We have no mercy for those that come to disrupt the restoration of this struggle. We don't negotiate with anyone. We will never do that. Because when you do things like that, you encourage the same thing to be inside the government, and they will continue to do what they are doing. There's an added access.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you once again to this amazing platform where we bring you information that has to do with the United States of Biafra. Information coming from the right source. In this platform, we promote and support the restoration fully and recognition of the United States of Biafra under our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and of the Supreme Commander of Mazi Nandekano. Today, under the leadership of Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, the Deputy Prime Minister. Wherever you are and you're watching this program, I welcome you. Please like and share to all platforms. In this program, we will be continue to show you information that are coming from all angles, more especially things that has to do with the Biafran territory, regardless where it is, whether in the east, in the west, in the north, in the south. We bring it before you so that you can digest it and have a rethink and know where you stand. The only thing that can guarantee our freedom in that contraption called Nigeria is Biafra. It is either Biafra or nothing. And wherever you are, continue to support the United States of Biafra. That is the only way to go. That is the only way you can have good economy and have security. Regardless what you see today, do not get distracted. Do not get bemoved. Continue to stand your ground, to demand for self-determination because it is your right. Do not allow anyone to take away the right to self-determination, the right to self-defense, and the right to life from you. Kindly watch this video for more wisdom. Let's watch.
Esther, Nigeria has been captured since nobody won't die, but we want our country to be like America. I just they laugh. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I think I've been able to read all of those messages on YouTube. Who is this? Godwin from First Tech says, please, VOP management, make this program to reach 10 p.m. I'm in love with it. Please help us, Godwin. Godwin, you want me to still be in the studio till 10 p.m. Godwin. Hey, now what for you? You don't know that there is insecurity. You don't want me to get home on time. The same governors that will say they don't control police when it comes to insecurity are the same governors that will order commissioners of police to stop protests, rallies, block Natasha roads, etc. I've said it before, state governors know everything about insecurity in their states. Good evening. People did not die naturally, but were slaughtered like rams by Fulani terrorists, and National Assembly members were silent because human lives don't matter to them, especially if you're not from a particular region. Leo from Lagos. Good evening, Mwachiku and everyone. Kudos to Natasha Akpoti's bravery. As stubborn as her uncle, the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. I love women that can display their skills, still reserving respect for men. All right. I know go give you, that is the problem. Nkoye. Okay, Nkoye, I don't understand the last paragraph of your message. This person says, sometimes I get tired of things happening in this nation. Insecurity everywhere. Leaders ought to be talking of how to better lives of citizens. Here, politicians are talking about next election. How did we get to this point? Who did this to us? Well, we're watching as the planet is listening. Comrade Abraham. It's high time the federal government decisively looks into the looming crisis ravaging the nation before it metamorphoses into another civil war. We can't afford to go into such mayhem anymore. A hungry man is an angry man. Hence, the government of the day needs to do the needful. The nation and her citizenry aren't smiling anymore. Who are these killers? Where did they come from? Who is sponsoring them? Are they really invincible? We're watching and the planet is listening. Comrade Abraham. My name is Chidi Ewilike from Shasha. How can a Hausa man travel from the north to the east just to hunt? Are there no bushes and forests in northern Nigeria? A Fulani gun owner is a hunter, an Edo gun owner is a cultist, a Yoruba gun owner is a thief, an Igbo gun owner is an IPOP member. We all know what we're doing. A Fulani caught with a gun is a hunter. A Delta man caught with guns is a Niger Delta militant. A Fulani caught with a gun is a headsman. An Igbo man caught with a gun is an IPOP terrorist. Fulani man with a gun is for protection. Other tribes caught with guns are criminals. Shalom. Ben from Ota. Wow. Good evening, Esther, Madam Pinto. Esther, there is something many of us do not know about this country called Nigeria. In this country, before you can become a political office holder in Nigeria today, if the Fulani nation do not support you, my dear, you are not going anywhere. Before they support you, there must be an agreement, and that agreement must be fulfilled. Remember, the current president said clearly before 2023 general election that go contrary to that agreement. Esther, can you see the way and manner the governor of Edo State rushed to go and beg a fellow governor far away in Kano so that he can do second term? The South leaders are not bothered if they kill their families as far as they get political positions. We are second-hand citizens. Take it or leave it, Esther. Remember the country called Turkey. Mayor from Ikotwewe. Good evening, Esther and our mommy in the house. I'm Philemon from Oshodi. I'm happy mommy has said it all. Killing in the north, they're not satisfied. Now they want to take over all the states in Nigeria. God will not let it happen. If government can protect us, we are ready to do our best, and I believe God will help us. Well done. Paul from Mushin, because Rror was rejected, now Fulani is invited in Nigeria by northern politicians are taking the land by force. Something will happen to Nigeria soon enough to end all of these killings. All right, good evening. Asking President Tinubu to say or do something to the marauding Fulani headsmen is a rhetoric because he wants to win elections. The headsmen were imported from Chad, Niger, to win elections for the APC, and now, having been privy to the criminality perpetrated to remove former President Jonathan in 2015, the 2023 elections, the headsmen live in Nigeria by blackmailing the APC, including the President. Look, not even now that the APC have started re-registering and redistributing them across the states and local governments to be able to garner the requisite voting population to win elections. We now ask the PDP, the coalition and the opposition as a whole, what counters do they prepare to stop the APC in 2027 elections? Our studies show that rather than form counters including to rid the country of these headsmen before the elections, the PDP, the coalition and opposition in general are begging the APC and President Tinubu not to turn the country to a one-party state and begging the president to feed. We don't know where they read in any of the holy or super books that they must heed beggars. I only read should heed beggars, not must. Tochiku Adele Thompson from Obani Koru. Good evening, VOP. I think there is a special place meant for northerners in this country. We can't continue pampering them while other tribes are treated like second-hand citizens. I don't support killings in any way, but the way these killings in Uromi is going, it might turn to something else just because of the way politicians are trying to make it political and see it as the only way to align with northern politicians. Treat every citizen equal so peace can reign. Ralph from Satellite Town. Good evening. I am engineer Olashukomi Adefoye, also known as Mr. Lasso from Ijesha Tedo Mushi. About the terrorist or bandit, nothing like its name's called government knows about. If not, why not put a stop to all this while people are crying and shouting on the media? It is when this country becomes like what happened in Rwanda, is that when the federal government will react? Secondly, about Natasha, what people set aside about her argument is she says, okay, Engineer Olashukomi, can you rephrase your message so I can comprehensively read it, to the better understanding of anyone listening? All right, thank you very much. APC government and Tinubu, Arafai, Shitima, Abakari, and the grand patron of Miyetti Allah Buhari, all of them brought the Fulani food storages from Sahel regions. Esther, what you see going on is a deliberate mission to this so-called hunters are Fulani terrorists who have harnessed their ransoms from South going back north to enjoy their illicitly acquired money from their victims at Adex James. Wow. Good evening, Esther and the rest of VAP crew. Mr. President would do nothing to the Fulani in the north so far as 2027 election is concerned because he knows he has nothing from the east, so he cannot step on any northerners' toes. Thanks, Austin Iburu from Ikorodu. The senators representing Southeast, South and the Southwest should withdraw from the Senate. Likewise, the House of Rep too. They will die if they do just to force state of emergency and security in these regions because they are not there because of the people. Their sitting allowance and the take-home pay is what they are after. If they can do that in protest, there will be solutions. Yumi from Lagos. Good evening. We are just stuck in a vicious cycle. Jungle justice in the south has responded with more jungle justice in the north. This is the same way we have been stuck with bad leaders in a vicious circle. God help Nigeria. Dr. Dave from VI. Esther and Madam Pinto, I agree to know. My own be say, woe betide anybody that will support this party come 2027. We go know if suffering no they tire them. Nigerians, let's hold the bull by the horn come 2027. Uchechuku Acolyte from Ejigbo. Good evening to you, Esther, and our dear sister, Ada Diorama of Igbo land. Keep on shining. Keep on saying the truth to power. God is your strength. Lolo, the truth is that we the Igbos are not part of this country, no matter how we pretend. The earlier we can come together and organize ourselves, the better for us. Good evening, Esther. I love that woman in the studio. She has spoken well. I agree with everything she said tonight. All right, thank you very much. This is Charles Dunn from AJ City. Good evening, Esther and Lolo. Please, Esther, why did you invite Lolo if you knew you would not allow her to talk? Because you keep on cutting her off. Charles from Festa. Lolo, was I cutting you off? Lolo was really speaking freely now, but you know, we need to be careful with some statements that we make. It's a national radio station, all right? Hi, Esther. Oh, okay. Kindly stop interjecting when Madam Pinto is talking. I'll let her finish, oh. I always like listening to her because she knows a lot and isn't afraid to reveal them. Thank you, Madam Pinto, for all you do. My name is Divine. Hey, Madam Pinto, they want to chop me raw. All right, Tinubu followers are what your guest is talking about. She should stop generalizing her points. We are successfully and peacefully living together in Lagos here. Lolo is just making a mountain out of the molehill. This current government of APC is the one dividing us. Tinubu is not a follower of our. Please don't blackmail the late sage. Sarah Fidin from Ajao. All right. Good evening, Esther, and thanks to your guest. This is what I have been saying. APC's government has a plan, and that's what's being played out to overrun the South. Take their lands and kill them. That's what's being played out now. My prayer is that we all overcome all this, and we'll tell them that we cannot keep silent and allow strangers to take over our lands. To my fellow Yorubas who blindly support evil, they should remember, those who support evil, evil will be upon them and their family as well. Timmy from Ishaga. Madam Bintu. It's Madam Pinto, not Madam Pinto. You and one other regular guest on this station. What are crimes that Yorubas have committed against you? Why the unpretentious hatred you guys always demonstrate against us? Hope you have not forgotten that as there are Yorubas that hate Indigo, there are Igbos, if not more Igbos like you, that hate Yorubas. Sadly, I am a victim of hatred by certain Igbos, but I'll be the last person to generalize all Igbos as being hateful like you're doing. As for your claim about Professor Humphrey Musu, the man deserves more than immortalization. If there was anything more than immortalization for the fact that he served the nation up to that level, but let's ask ourselves if Justice Oputa Emeka Anyoku, the ex-scribe of the Commonwealth, as well as other prominent Nigerians from other ethnic extractions, have been recognized. Meanwhile, Professor Musu, under duress by the military juntas, halted the announcement of the June 12, 1993 presidential election. You also claim that the leader of the RCCG was massively and unequivocally in support of the emergence of Buhari. Please expatiate. Madam, if a few Yorubas have offended you, and the other analysts here as well as your interest, please, on behalf of those who have offended you, forgive us. As for Uromi incident vis-a-vis killings by terrorists who disguise as headers and the outcries by political figures in the north, it's obvious there's selective justice, and the political figures who cry for justice from the north are hypocritical and heartless because they are the same who keep quiet and justify Deborah's lynching to death. The killing of that Igbo septuagenarian mama in Sabungari Market, Kano, who was a Deeper Lives pastor, and the killing of an RCCG itinerant evangelist somewhere around Kubo in Abuja. St. Vicate from Ikoton. Would you like to respond to St. Vicate and his reaction to what you said?
For the avoidance of doubts, okay. I mentioned it here, I don't generalize. And I mentioned there were very good Yoruba people. I mentioned Papa Aria Debanjo, I mentioned Wale Soyinka, and some quite a good number of them that, you know.
Wale Soyinka?
Yeah, Wale Soyinka, when they were trying to turn the NSAS protest, he came out and spoke openly. And remember, Wale Soyinka went to jail for 2 years during the war. He protested the war. He's a Yoruba man. But if my brother, if you say Awolowo, maybe you need to go and read history, what Awolowo did to the Igbos. It was Awolowo that gave Igbos 2 naira. After the war, even if you have 1 billion naira in the bank, he gave them to. It was Awolowo that said,
because he was the finance head,
that hunger is a form of you can use hunger as a weapon of war. Okay, and his policy after the war shows he has massive hatred for the Igbos. In fact, the rancor between the Yorubas and the Igbos was led by the late Chief Abefemi Awolowo. They were I have more of Yoruba friends than Igbo friends, but I can assure you, those of the Yoruba that hate Igbos, the utterances that comes out of their mouth, most of them is what is causing the ethnic rancor between the Yorubas and the Igbos. Not just causing ethnic rancors, they make statement that is capable of putting the Igbos in harm's way. Talk about Ruben Abachi, talk about Fani Kayode, talk about the essay to the president. So many things that shouldn't be said. So that's why we said some parts of Yorubas, we did not generalize it. There was some very good, that in fact, it is Yoruba that stand to defend the Igbos in most cases. But we cannot shy away from the fact that some of them go to the extreme to blackmail the Igbos. I don't hate Yorubas. I have Yoruba friends, but we must have to. What is doing to the South is the insecurity he is sponsored in the Southeast, the military killing of people in the Southeast, and him turning a blind eye.
Lolo, you can't say the president sponsored insecurity in the Southeast.
When they moved a militia and armed him to the Southeast, Asodi Kubo.
That was the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari.
Then when he came in, what did he do about it?
I'm just saying that particular contract was between Muhammadu Buhari and Asodi
Kubo said he was even more friendly with Tinubu, and he said he recommended.
Lolo, let's get based on the facts in the news. Asari Dokubo right now is not in good terms with the president because his contract was not renewed. Although he still said that the previous contract of the previous administration continued. But the Nigerian army has actually distanced themselves from that statement.
President Tinubu is the leader of APC. So there is nothing that will happen in APC that he will not be aware of. And we did not see him condemn that act. And he will not tell us that he did not know that Asodi Kubo was contracted to kill in the Southeast.
All right.
And the further and the activities of the military, even when he was in power, the militarization, the checkpoints, and the Fulani killings in the Southeast, the president has never come out to condemn it. And his utterances about Southeast shows that he's not accommodating us.
All right, that's Lolo Pinto there explaining to St. Vicate. Good evening, Madam Lolo and my lovely presenter. My name is Taiwo Olabade from Songo. What is happening in our country is unbelievable, and our leaders should be very, very careful and learn from other countries. For example, Rwanda. Everything is not all about power, but good governance. May God help us. Good evening, Esther and your guests. The northern elite hide on under different nomenclature to perpetrate evil, but the same operation, same purpose of maiming, killing, conquering, and taking over the land. First, it was Boko Haram, ISWAP, farmer herders, bandits, headers, and now hunters. Until it touches every one of us, no one will come to the rescue, not even the government of yea and nay that gives cattle VIP treatment and can salvage these killings. Ezekiel from Ejigbo. Greetings, Esther, and everyone in the studio. I am Andy from North Korea. I want to advise the good people of Edo State to remain vigilant. Although the governor has promised to compensate the Fulani ex-militants, this gesture may not necessarily prevent them from seeking revenge for their fallen brothers. I urge the people of Edo State to be cautious and proactive in ensuring their safety. On a personal note, I would like to extend my prayers and well wishes to Lolo, Madam Pinto. May God continue to guide and protect her, granting her long life, prosperity, and good health. I appreciate her selfless contribution to the community. Lastly, I aspire to possess the wisdom and courage of Nnamdi Kanu to join forces in addressing the challenges facing our people. Thank you, Esther, for your exceptional work. Please extend my greetings to everyone. I'm coming. Before we wrap up, you have your final say. We have lots of messages here. What is the president saying, for God's sake, on this vexatious behavior of the Fulani cow rearers, killing innocent citizens and weekly destroying their farms or crops? Honestly, this will cause great violence in this country someday. Tinubu, why do you allow this to fester in this democratic setting? This is a time bomb. waiting to explode one day. Stop this evil, please. Chinedu from Badagry. Good evening, Madam Pinto and Esther. There are two types of hunters in Nigeria now. Those who hunt for their fellow humans and those for animals. Those who hunt for animals do it within their locality, while those humans go far away, especially in the southern part of Nigeria. When I was in the north, and that's where we got our bushmeat, Andrew. Now I believe all what Nnamdi Kanu was saying. Indeed, he's a prophet. May God help us in this country. Samuel from Ikoton. Good evening, Esther. Kindly moderate the tone of your callers who seem not to know how to bridle their emotions. I already did that. Thank you very much. God bless you. Good evening, VIP. Myself, thanks the vigilante for good work they did in Edo State. We must defend ourselves. Esther, greet your guests in the house for good voice. Tony Mas from Ilasamaja. Good evening. My name is De Ethanol and I am from Ota. Imagine if those guns, which they refer to as hunter guns, were caught with people from the southeast by the army. They would kill them and label them IPOP, and those weapons would be on the front pages of newspapers. The military would tag it as a rocket launcher or RPG machine gun recovered from IPOP. It as well. Good evening, Esther and the guests. Thank you, Lolo, for your bold analysis. Esther, you have done very well for trying to situate properly the deliberate acts of division by APC government and their supporters since 2015. As you pointed out, it's not the entire Yorubas of Lagos origin, but rather the APC supporters in Lagos, of which some of them are from Kwara, Kogi, Osun states. On the Uromi unfortunate incident, Governor Monday Okpebholo had visited the victim's state on sympathy ground, but Governor Tambuwal Sokoto then wasn't made to visit the family of Deborah when she was also killed in a jungle justice by students.
Thank you so much for watching the program. I appreciate you for your patience to watch from beginning to end. I hope you have learned a lot from this very program that I just played, this video. Please like and share the video. Share to all platforms. After sharing the video, now you can go to the comment section and put down your comments. Whatever suggestions, contributions you have to make, what do you think about the video I just played? Go to the comment section and put your comment. I will go to the comment section and I bet you I am learning a lot from there, and you can equally learn from there. Let us share our experience on that comment section. Thank you so much and stay blessed. Don't forget to share, and we continue to bless you as you share. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity and equity. We move. Airborne.